Welcome back to the Sublimed ESK8 page. Today we have the unboxing of the Triple Eight Sweatsaver. First of all, let's get this box open. I have to be honest, this box has been sat around for the last couple of days, so I've had other stuff that I've been having to crack on with, but we're finally getting it open and having a look together, so let's see what we got inside. There. Get rid of that. Not a horrific looking box. It slides out from the front. And here we are. Now the one that I've got here today is the Triple Eight Glossy Black Sweatsaver. That's what we seem to have in there. Here we go. Like silica gel, keep it dry inside the box. So we've got an extra set of inserts. I believe these are the thicker ones. The thinner ones come already pre-installed in the helmet. You have got an extra set should you need to adjust the size slightly. I've got a pack here with what looks like certification and safety certification information, as well as a few stickers. Let's take that out and see what that has to say. It's just some information about the Tony Hawk Foundation here, the different types of protection, and I believe that is a warranty card, but we'll go into that a little bit later on. I've also got a handful of stickers here. So I ordered this helmet from Skate Pro UK, so it's come with two of these stickers from Skate Pro. It's come with another pair of stickers from Skate Pro as well, and one from Triple Eight themselves, the Triple Eight logo. That'll be going on to the bottom of my Meepo V3 when that arrives, so keep an eye out for that, guys, because that will be my next video. This will be the unboxing and initial review of the Meepo V3. Now, at a first glance, I don't think that's an unattractive helmet, to be honest. I'm not a fan of the blue inserts, to be brutally honest, but you can buy those separately, so I'll probably buy myself a pair of black ones. Well, let's try this bad boy on. Right, so a little bit about the helmet. So this helmet does retail in the UK for around £40 or $60 if you are in the US or Canada. And according to Triple Eight's website, this is their holy grail of helmets. And that is because it is the first and only helmet to integrate the high impact absorbing EPS with thick dual density foam and the plush Sweatsaver fabric. So basically what that's saying is there is two types of foam that are integrated into this helmet, as well as Triple Eight's fairly famous Sweatsaver design, which keeps the airflow going around the top of your head and allows it to wick away the sweat as you're riding. So you're not taking your hat off to a wet bowl, basically. The helmet is dual certified to meet the US CPSC bike and ASTM skate safety standards. But what does this actually mean? So this means that this helmet has been tested by two independent and separate safety products firms in the United States, and it has been marked as safe for use for cycling, skating, inline and rollerblading and scootering. So you are pretty much fully covered for whatever extracurricular activity that you want to do with this helmet, from riding the bike all the way to going down on your inline skates down the park. I mean, you are covered with this helmet. The dual density foam means that there is both hard and soft EPS foam integrated into the helmet. Now the hard foam disperses high energy impact and fast impact around the structure of the helmet, as opposed to the impact going straight towards your head. So that actually disperses high impact and high speed impact, whereas the soft foam actually absorbs very light and smaller impacts, which then protects the higher density foam from actually being affected from smaller falls. So basically what this means is that you don't actually have to replace this helmet straight away if you have had a small fall. If you have had a large fall, you definitely need to be going and get yourself another helmet, because that higher density EPS foam is going to be compromised. But if you only did have a small fall and you're confident that it wasn't anything significant, then you can probably still get away with continuing to use this helmet and it be up to the safety standards that it has that we have just talked about. Now, another great thing about Triple Eight as a brand, and this helmet in particular, is that part of the profits that come from this helmet are donated to the Tony Hawk Foundation. Now, that is a foundation that was set up by Tony Hawk with the goal to empower the youth through the development of public skate parks in low-income communities, which basically means that he's trying to give a little bit back to some of the people that would be purchasing these products and using these products, and in the same sort of close-knit community that us guys as skaters are. He's trying to give a little bit back. So I think, especially in light of what's going on at the moment with this pandemic, it is really, really nice to see big corporate companies giving something back to people. And whilst people cannot go out and use those skate parks at the moment, they can still be being built, they can still be being developed, and when everyone does come out of this quarantine, that is going to be something that the local people in that community will be able to utilise, and it will make a big difference to their free time and their weekends, and I think it is going to be a good thing. As you can see, I've got the helmet on my head, and I've ordered the small, which is rated for 20.6 inches to 21.3 inches, or 52 to 54 centimetres. Now, I did go on the tighter side because my head does measure 54 centimetres. I like a tight fit. I don't like my helmet to be moving around or anything, and this, as you can see, is not going to be coming off. I could stand up, so I could hang upside down and this wouldn't fall off my head. It's got a real nice grip, but also not too tight, so it doesn't feel like it's cutting off the blood circulation to my head. So I would go as far as saying that Triple Eight's size guide is actually fairly spot on, and you can almost follow that to the T from the experience that I've found. However, it would be good to hear your guys' opinions. If anyone has found it the sizing to be slightly off, please do let us know, because we want to try and give as much information to anyone that wants to buy one of these helmets as possible. But the 5 different sizes that it does come in is extra small, which is 20.1 to 20.5 inches, or 51 to 52 centimetres. You've got a small, which is 20.6 to 21.3 inches, which is 52 to 54, as I've already said. The medium is 21.4 to 22 inches, or 54 to 56 centimetres. The large is 22.1 to 22.9 inches, or 56 to 58 centimetres. And the final size, the extra large, is 23 to 24 inches, or 58 to 61 centimetres. So there is a whole host of ranges of helmets there. And what you also notice is that one size of helmet doesn't actually cover a huge span of different head sizes, which means you can probably rely on Triple Eight providing you with a decent fitting helmet, rather than expecting a medium, say, to cover somebody from 51 up to 56 centimetres head, which you just can't do. You can't honestly make that a decent fit for somebody at 51 and then also at 56 if you're trying to cover that many head sizes at once. So I think this is a good thing that Triple Eight have done. It shows that they put a little bit of thought into it, and they've brought out a few extra sizes rather than just 2 or 3 sizes that are meant to fit a whole host of heads. As I've already said, I did choose a snug fit. And I'm really pleased with the size that I've bought. It seems to fit well, it's comfortable, it doesn't feel like it's cutting off any of the circulation, and there's no movement at all. And it's really lightweight actually. I don't feel like I've got something sat on the top of my head. I don't feel like this is going to compromise my ability to move my head from side to side, or to see my surroundings, or be aware of what's going on around me. So overall, really impressed. So next I want to go on to talk to you a little bit about helmet condition monitoring. And this is basically because not a lot of people know that actually most helmets are for single impact use, which means that if you fall off and hit your head or hit your helmet whilst coming off, it does need to be replaced. However, from what I understand, and somebody please highlight this if I am wrong, from what I understand with this helmet, where it is dual density EPS foam, it has somewhat of a safety feature built in, which means that if you do come off and have a lighter fall, you should still be covered, because that low density EPS foam will completely absorb the impact without any of the energy transferring over to the higher density foam, which means that that high density foam will still be decent enough to protect you at a high impact fall. However, I would suggest that everybody tries to maintain the quality of the helmet and try and monitor the condition of the helmet on a very regular basis. Don't go walking in from a skate session, throwing it into the corner of the room, because you're just going to compromise the quality of the helmet and the foam that's actually going to be saving your head at the end of the day. So don't go be doing that. Treat it with a little bit of respect. Don't drop it on the floor. You want to try and extend the life of this thing as much as possible. As I have already said, they do retail for 40 quid or $60, so they're not exactly the cheapest thing in the world, and you don't want to be buying a new one of these every other week because you've just been treating it like a rag doll basically. But because of that dual density foam, you do get somewhat of a multi-impact helmet. However, you do need to monitor this situation for yourself. Now the next thing for me is, would I recommend this helmet? I haven't actually taken it out on the ride yet. You guys have just seen me unbox it, just seen what comes in the box, just like I have. Let's get rid of that stuff. But at a first glance, and from what I've seen, yes, I would recommend this helmet. It seems to be very well built. It's a very well thought out design on the inside. These inserts aren't going to be coming out. It's very comfortable to wear. There's no point where I felt I was being pressured or made to feel like it wasn't the right fit. So overall, I would say that it's very, very well built. And it is made by a fairly reputable company. Triple Eight is a fairly big brand in the skate community, and they're known fairly far and wide. And to top it all off, really, it is endorsed by Tony Hawk, and with him being a professional skateboarder, I can't imagine that he would put his name onto a product that was substandard. So I think it is a safe assumption to say that this is a decent helmet if it is endorsed by Tony Hawk, because you know, you've got to take a gamble there, you've got to trust the guy. Now, another brilliant thing about the helmet as well is the removable inserts. Especially a lot of you guys, if any of you ride motorbikes and stuff like that, you'll know that after a while helmets can get smelly, they can get not very nice, it's something we can develop mould if you've used it and then left it for a long time. But the fact that you can take these out and that they are machine washable means that you don't have to worry about that basically. You can take them out, stick them in the wash, dry them off, put them back in your helmet, and you can be off on the road again with what would feel like a brand new and smell like a brand new helmet. So I think that is a huge benefit compared to some helmets that don't come with machine washable inserts, because it really limits how long you can actually use them for. Whether you've fallen off or not, it starts to become something that you're not really wanting to put on your head, and that's not really ideal when it comes to a safety product. So overall, guys, I've always said that I would recommend the helmet. The sizing is good. It's got a brilliant community program attached to it, which is that Tony Hawk Foundation, as I've already said. My next thing is the Meepo V3. I cannot physically test this thing until that board arrives. Now, I checked the shipping earlier on today. I think it might be here by the end of the week, although I'm not going to hold my breath, sod's law, and especially with it being me, my luck, it's probably not going to be here till the middle of next week, but hopefully it'll be here by the end of this week so that I can try and get a video up for you guys for the start of next week. Give this helmet a proper test, because there's no safety test when I'm just sat here on my sofa at home. But please do keep an eye out for that, guys. I'd love to hear your opinion of the video, what you'd like to see next. I'd love it if you guys could hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to try and upload for you guys on a weekly basis. It obviously depends on what I have content available to produce, and in terms of when I go back to work because of this coronavirus and stuff like that. But at the moment I do have quite a lot of time on my hands, so I'm going to try and roll the video that's out for you guys on a weekly basis. But please just give me some suggestions as to what you guys want to see, because I don't want to be making endless drivel that you guys aren't interested in. Other than that, I'll see you guys soon. Keep an eye out for the next video. Stay safe.